Okay, think of him as a less cool Jay-Z. Our Jay Schlichter is a self-proclaimed master of all things nerdy, and he's propelling himself into the spotlight with a new online and print feature looking at geek culture. For that reason, we're calling him Jay Cheese.
Hey there! You ever wanted to learn how to be a nerd? Well, guess what? You've come to the right guy.
There is no shame in partaking in Dungeons & Dragons or geeking out on gaming culture. In his bi-weekly News for Nerds column, Jay Schlichter is embracing all things that once defined the tech-talking, sci-fi-loving geek culture. Once a target of ridicule, nerdy is now trendy.
With the advent of people like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, as well as people also like Elon Musk, they've made it cool to be a nerd because everybody has to have what they, the things that they've come up with. Everybody is in love with technology these days, and everybody's become a geek in some way, in some form or another. I mean, I think there's different types of nerds now. You have everything from, book nerds to science nerds to techie nerds to computer nerds, you name it. And I think, yeah, kids are still going to tease as they were, but nerds have, they've gained a lot more respect than they once had at one point. I hope to cover a little bit of everything, kind of like I talked about earlier, where there's book nerds and science nerds and everything in between. I kind of love all those things about being a nerd. I've kind of probably throughout my life I've touched on all of those, and I'll be talking a little bit about video games, about books, great books that are out, whether it's science, sci fiction kind of books, or just a little bit of everything from the technology that everybody has to try to what the greatest show is on TV right now, which of course is Game of Thrones, as everybody knows. So I've already gotten some feedback on the first column from a gentleman in his 80s who said he always wanted to get into video games and he never gave it a chance. And he said he may now, I gave him some suggestions on where he can try, because he said he used to play tennis and can't play it anymore. I said, he's like, what could I start with? And I told him, well, there's always the Wii. Even though it's kind of an old device, it's a great game for people, to keep people's mind sharp. So there may be, everything from little kids to senior citizens that'll get, some benefit out of the column and could learn something new.
Look for Jay's column News for Nerds every other Monday in the Daily News Neapolitan section or online at naplesnews.com.